Very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the technical session on engineering. Welcome to the technical session on engineering of the annual International Research Symposium 2014 of General Sir John Kothawala Defence University. This technical session is based on the theme of Civil and Environmental Engineering and will be chaired by Engineer Mrs. Bhadra Kamaladasa, Director General of Irrigation, Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to give you a brief introduction on Mrs. Bhadra Kamaladasa. Mrs. Bhadra Kamaladasa graduated in 1978 as a civil engineer from University of Moratuwa. She joined the Department of Irrigation in 1979. During her 35 years of the service in the department, she has served in many branches and in many positions inside the department and has held positions in other institutions as well. Related to water resource management, such as International Commission of Large Dams, Sri Lanka Committee of Irrigation and Drainage, and World Water Forum. She obtained her master's degree in development technologies from University of Melbourne in Australia. She has presented many papers in the area of dam safety, environmental aspects of irrigation schemes, operation and management issues in irrigation schemes, river training, and ancient Sri Lankan irrigation technology, both in international and national forums. There are many referred articles published in the Congress proceedings of International Commission of Large Dams, journals, and annual sessions of IESL to her credit. She has authored the book titled Irrigation Development in Sri Lanka, which is the commemorative volume published by IESL in year 2000. She is the Director of General Irrigation in Sri Lanka, the first lady to head the Irrigation Department of Sri Lanka. Madam, let me have the honor of inviting you to chair this session.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. I can see there are, before that I have to get the permission from this distinguished gathering here, especially from the Dean of Professor Ranjit Pereira and all the presenters as well as the other participants here. There are 5 presentations here. My rapporteur, your name is given here. Yeah, Mr. S.T. Gunawardana will help me. And anyway, I didn't have time to meet the presenters here beforehand. I hope they will stick to the time given as indicated by the seminar organizers. Surely Mr. Gunawardana will indicate the time, and hope I was here in the previous session also. The presenters are very strict to the time schedule, and I hope in this session also we can manage the time with the support of the presenters. So I will first introduce the first presentation will be anyway now this the session theme civil and environmental engineering. Even though I am very much familiar with the irrigation and water resources sector, I can see hardly any paper in the session related to my subject, but it's mostly the civil engineering and environmental. I am very happy to be get involved outside my official administrative and other matters which I have to deal with on day-to-day basis. To be involved in this type of academic forum, I feel it very comfortable and be happy. So let me introduce the first presentation will be on effect of degree of chlorination of Chlorophenols. I can't pronounce the next word. Dechlorination. Is that all right? Yes. Water treatment with zero Valent. Dr. Buddhika Gunawardana will be presenting for the paper, and there are two more authors, Mr. Peter Swiland and Naresh Singhal, and Mrs. Dr. Buddhika Gunawardana is from University of Moratuwa, and even though she didn't want to give a lengthy description about her, but I'm just going to read the biodata given. Dr. Buddhika Gunawardana is currently working as a senior lecturer at the Environmental Engineering Division, Department of Civil Engineering, University of Moratuwa, and her research interests include studies on potential contamination of ground surface water and soil with organic contaminants, pesticides and heavy metals, fate transformation and transport of organic contaminants and pesticides in the environment, development of cost-effective remediation techniques for treatment of contaminated water and soils. Dr. Dhammika Gunawardana is currently continuing research and supervising various projects on the above highlighted areas as PhD, MSc and undergraduate levels. I had the opportunity to work with her for some of the research work in association with her, and I found her very enthusiastic, and also I must say that it is a very pertinent subject, whereas as the Director General of Irrigation I can see we have a lot of problems with the water quality nowadays, and with the kidney diseases spreading all over the country. So I invite Dr. Dhammika Gunawardana to come and present your paper.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you very much, Madam, for the kind introduction. I'm Buddhika Gunawardana from University of Moratuwa. This is actually part of my PhD studies that I carried at University of Auckland, New Zealand, and the paper was co-authored by my two supervisors, Dr. Peter Swiland and Professor Naresh Singhal. I must acknowledge their help as well. So my whole project was about pesticide contaminated water and how we can remove those pesticides from the groundwater if it is contaminated. And this is a small part of the study, which I was actually also studying the effect of degree of chlorination on chlorophenols dechlorination water treatment using zero valent. And there is a couple of keywords that I would like you to go through first, so that hopefully you will understand it better. The first one is the chlorophenols. So if you haven't heard about the word before, it's a group of chemicals which is actually not naturally available in the environment, but it is synthetically made by people, of course. And this is used in many different ways as disinfectants, pesticides, and those days in 1980s and 90s it was also used as wood preservatives, but it is now a restricted chemical or group of chemicals, and very limited use is now available. But unfortunately some of these chemicals come as byproducts during the paper production, during the pulp bleaching production. So due to all these facts, this is now, most of these compounds are also listed as toxic chemicals by the US Environmental Protection Agency. So just to give you a snapshot of the 19 different compounds in the chlorophenol family, starting from PCP, the pentachlorophenol is the mother compound which is having the highest toxicity, of course. And down the line, it is with less number of chlorines in the phenol ring, and then certainly the toxicity goes down, but unfortunately it's still toxic. Even the least chlorophenol, which is the monochlorophenol group, it can be found as a toxic compound in different ways.